The phone totally tipped over. I have to tell you, I know I'm really late tonight, but there is a good reason for it. Hi, Carol. I know I'm really late tonight, but I have to tell you, I am so hooked on the Shark Tank that I could not pull myself away from it. And I was watching something and I wanted to see how it turned out before I got off. Now, mind you, hi, Evie, nice to see you. Mind you, I'm also taping it, so I could absolutely watch it later. But that's how hooked I am on that show. I absolutely love it. It has taught me so much about business over the years that I've been watching it. And I just love it. And I love to try to figure out what they're going to do. So, yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. Who knows? Maybe someday, while there's still life left in me, I will have a product or service or something that I could sell my idea to the Shark Tank. You just never know. So, yeah, she got a good deal, the one I was just watching, so that was good. It's probably an old show to tell you the truth, but it is what it is. So I was watching that for a while. I also made another discovery tonight. You know, it's an interesting thing. I think we all have preconceived notions about things. And one of my, yeah, wouldn't that be fun? One of my preconceived notions was that, oops, I gotta fix this. One of my hand is like I'm already cramping. That's not a good sign. I gotta figure out a way to hold this and it makes some kind of sense. So, it came time to eat tonight, and it was getting very late, and I said, if I'm going to go on, I really better grab something to eat. And I did, and I was looking at the different meals that I had left from Meals on Wheels. And one of the things that the girl had delivered to me the other day was Salisbury steak with broccoli and mashed sweet potatoes. And I said, oh, this is going to be horrible. And it was made in back in December. So I thought, let me eat that and get that out of the way because it's already February. Although it says it's got a shelf life of a year. It suggests that you eat it within a year or by a year. So, no, I don't, yeah, I think which phone did I take a picture of it on? I'm not sure. Um, and I thought I would not be able to eat it. I thought the Salisbury steak was going to be all dried out. I thought the vegetables were going to be horrible. I have discovered that 7.5 minutes is too long in my world. Just a minute. 7.5 minutes is too long for my microwave. So I did it. Yeah, I do have a picture of it here. Whoops. That's not the picture. That's the video. You're almost on time. Look at that. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And it was absolutely delicious. The mashed sweet potatoes were truly delicious. The broccoli was really good. And this was what it looked like when I was finished. So clearly, I liked it. Now, I will say that that this kind of a meal is good for somebody like me who doesn't have a huge appetite. I am a moderate eater. You know, I don't eat a huge amount of food. Whoops. I don't eat a huge amount of food. Uh, but it was very satisfying. I loved the taste of it. It tasted fresh. It was really good. It was really good. So far, poo poo poo, I'm having good luck most of the time. There are definitely things I like better than others, but it was good, so I'm doing fine. Right, it's Jerry's Food Channel, son of a gun. But it's absolutely coming tomorrow to deliver, and I think I have about 4 or 5 meals left. Now he's gonna deliver 6 tomorrow, so I should invite some of you over to eat with me. Food again. Exactly. So yeah, it's kind of fun. I'm excited that I am able to eat as much of it as and I'm telling you, I just loaded a video that it's always food that's going to probably I'll probably make it live in the morning, I think. So yeah, and it's funny because I think I titled it Makeup, Clothing, or Fashion. I forgot which. Yes, that was the one on the Meals on Wheels. And I said, and of course food, because you can never have one that doesn't have any mention of food. So yeah, the Meals on Wheels, that was part one. Part two is going to show you all the different meals, what they look like. And yes, Gina, absolutely happy Valentine to everybody. I hope it was a great day for all of you. Yes, Sheila is going to be fine. Um, but Sheila knows that. So, yes, indeedy. Now, what was I was going to talk about something, and for the life of me, I just forgot. Yeah, I have. Yes, exactly. Yes, indeed. That is absolutely true as well. Well, I'm sure he raised as much heck as he could. Hi, Kay. Nice to see you. That's okay. It's just I just for the life of me do not remember. And by the way, would you all do me a favor and say a little prayer for my neighbor's mother? I know he does. And why shouldn't he? So do we. um, my neighbor's mother, in addition to all the things she's been going through, she just now came down with the flu, in addition to everything. So she's still in the hospital. And I am very, very worried about my neighbor because she is spending like 14-hour days. She leaves at 7 o'clock in the morning and she doesn't get home till 9 o'clock at night. She doesn't eat right. Her mother is in her 70s. Yeah. So it's just a rough time and she's really worried about her. And yes, I know the flu on top of everything. And it's just awful. So I just pray that all is well with her. And I pray that my neighbor stays okay because she's getting run down. Yes, she's getting run down with all of this. Your body can take only so much before it starts to break down. Oh, it's not that I'm sad. I'm worried about my neighbor's mother. She's a lovely woman, and my neighbor is very close to her. Nikki's very close to her mother, and they just lost her father-in-law weeks ago, and it's gotta be to get the flu on top of everything else she's already been through. She's been in the hospital for 2 weeks already, and now the flu is going to keep her in. I would imagine they probably have her isolated at this point, one day at a time exactly. And then it leaves you so weak. So I just want her to have the wherewithal to get better. There are no nicer, kinder people than Then my neighbors, they're just the dearest, sweetest people, and I just want their world to go well. Wow. Yeah, that's really, really hard. And it's tough, and it's funny because someone had mentioned on here that if I didn't get up and start walking around and I wasn't taking enough fluid, it would be risky for pneumonia. So it was funny. I was in a lot of pain. Exactly. Yes. Um, I was in a lot of pain. During the night, my whole leg was hurting me so much that it woke me from my sleep. And I spent the second half of the night in the chair, again, just saying, thank you, God, that I have the chair because I was able to sleep. I know, Gina. Isn't that fun, that hat? I really love it. Yeah, I hope. Oh, Ange, I really hope he's okay. Yeah, the one with where I was doing the warm clothing. Yeah. I actually, in the video that I did today that you'll be seeing tomorrow, I kind of showed the clothing that I'm still wearing today. This is sort of a blingy arm. You know, the arms have you should pardon the expression, the little diamonds on it. And this is a strand of, you should pardon the expression, pearls that I have doubled over so it's white and black. And it has kind of a nice look, but I gave you a long shot of it. So I'm trying to show you uh, the outfits as well. And I will be doing the jeans one pretty soon. You ordered one of the chairs for your son? Yeah. The chair really helps, Melissa. It helps so much. Oh, I know. I know. And it just, the minute I could get my leg all the way up and then my head lower than my leg, I could feel already that I was in a position that I'd be able to rest and get some sleep. And I did. The problem is, I slept so fitfully that I couldn't get up in the morning. I have no idea, Sandy. I have no idea how they worked that, at what point they reevaluated it. Well, good to know, Carol, that I'm in good company. So, yeah, I don't really care a whole lot about that kind of stuff. Um, I had my diamond engagement ring was something I absolutely adored. It was a beautiful, beautiful stone. Yes, thank God for the chair. The chair really makes a huge, huge difference. And thank God that my chair is paid for finally. It was torturous paying for that chair. It really was torturous. It just went on forever, and it scared me because with this whole issue now with money being it's I guess in a sense you could say it is, Susan. I got it at the surgical supply store, and I forgot the name of it. It's made in Pennsylvania. No, the evaluation was not done months ago. The evaluation wasn't done until a few weeks before I started getting it. They couldn't do the evaluation. They kept telling me that they were backed up and that it would take months. It took 4 months, I think. September, October, November, December, January, 4 months for me to get the evaluation done. So, yes, I can get it for now. I don't know how long. Oh, that's hilarious. I love that, Melissa. I absolutely love that. Son of a gun. Susan. Yeah. That's Susan. I absolutely love that. Yeah, the guy who comes to me on Friday is such a sweetheart. He's a young man, but he's such a sweetheart. I love him. And I think I told you last week, he just said very matter-of-factly just before he left that I had a couple of extra meals in there. And I was like, "What?" Love on wheels, exactly. Mm, yeah, I think that it's such a gift to have this. And somebody had asked me earlier whether it goes by income. And yes, it does. I mean, you can still get it from what I recall, depending upon your income, but you pay, I guess it's some sort of an escalating um, fee for it. I love it too, Don. I think that's great. Love on Wheels is, yeah. Listen, I could fall in love with the guy who's bringing me food. And it's Friday. Maybe I'll get another thing. I have to laugh. I really do. I have such a sweet tooth, and now I'm trying to be good. She hated the food, but she loved Barney. Aw. Oh, hi, Pat. Yeah, I I'm surprised. Yeah, really? I am surprised that the food is as good as it is. I really am. There are a couple of them I found it hard to eat. Hi there, Lauren. And the rest of them were really good. And even one of them that I couldn't eat the first time, when I had it the second time, I was reluctant to try it again because of the first time. But the second time it was good, so it was fine. But once again, as I say, I really enjoyed tonight's. It was good. It was, but maybe it's also because the mashed sweet potato was nice and sweet. You're a good cook. Oh, that's great, Donna. That is a gift to everybody who gets to eat the food. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a terrible cook. There are some things that I'm actually quite good at. I don't care to cook much anymore. It's only for me, but I'll never be a gourmet chef. Let's put it that way. There are a lot of things in my life that I have been passionately involved with and loved doing. I think what they do, it's all the same food. You know, it's funny because I had mentioned I was concerned because I have seafood allergies. I was really concerned, but so far I've not gotten anything with seafood. I have gotten fish, and I can't say I love their fish. Is he hooking me up? Is he hooking me up? Am I missing something? What is he hooking me up with? Hmm. Was that something somebody else said? Oh, oh, that's nice. That really is nice. I'm lucky in a way. Your mother didn't like the food. Yeah, a lot of people don't. I told her that I had allergies. Yeah, I think she had asked about that in the beginning, and I told her what my allergies were. But the food allergy, my serious food allergy is shellfish. But aside from that, oh, well, I don't know. He did it last week, so I don't know what I'm getting tomorrow. I would love to get hooked up with br- with extra bread. Yes, hi. I have to tell you, when you say gauze, I made myself so crazy about that thing where people said it could look like cows. I was making myself crazy with that all day. But I started to say earlier that as lousy as I felt last night and as much pain as I was in, my whole leg hurts now. And I think part of that is because I've been walking very stilted to accommodate the injury to the leg. And let's face it, it's only a week tomorrow, so it's not long since I fell. Ask him for extra. I have to tell you, I was tempted to ask him for extra bread. I really was. She got extra sandwiches. Mm. Oh, I could do that. I really could do that because I think it's such a gift to people. It really is. It's just yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't know, Sandy, because as I say, it all comes in individually wrapped cellophane that has no writing on it. I don't know, maybe they get it from some bakery, although probably not because the slices, in a bakery, they have those end slices unless they don't use those. I don't know. All I know is that it's the best bread. They wrap it at the center. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is made somewhere on Long Island. I forgot where it was. It's farther east, but it's made out there. So, yeah, with extra food. All donations from bread distributors? Oh, that's great. I have no idea if everybody gets the same amount of food. It's the number of meals that I guess, I don't know if it's that you qualify for or that they give you. Yeah, I love brown bread too. I really do. The pumpernickel is delicious. I have one slice of pumpernickel left, and I'm going to have it tonight before I go to sleep, toasted with a little bit of butter on it. Yum, yum, yum. And I think I'll have a cup of tea with that. So, yeah, it's really, really good. But I enjoyed tonight's Salisbury steak and the mashed sweet potatoes. If you ate the end of the bread, oh, that's funny. Oh, that's really funny. Moo. Exactly. Oh, pumpernickel is so good. It's just so good. Still PN? I'm not sure what that is. What kind of tea do I like? I love my favorite Opson. I'm not sure. My favorite tea when I get the Keurig tea, which has been a long time since I bought that because it's too expensive right now. But I love Earl Grey tea and I love English breakfast tea. Those are my two favorites. What I've been drinking lately for a long time is red rose tea because if I'm getting tea bags, I like the red rose tea the best. I can't stand Lipton tea. I hate the taste of it. Tetley, I'm not sure now. But yeah, no, I started really late tonight, Renee. As I said, I was watching the Shark Tank. I could not I could not rip myself away from it. I needed to see who was getting the deals. Yeah, she had a lot of pudding, rice pudding, and vanilla. Yeah. The only thing they give me for dessert, they're very careful with dessert. And it could be, I think I had mentioned that I might be borderline. Oh, I love that show, Renee. It is my favorite show. I love Mr. Wonderful. I really do. I think they try to make him out to be a hard ass, but I think he's got a real heart under there, and I think I've seen him touched by things. I like him a lot. I really do. But I just love watching that show. It's just so different than another show that shall go unmentioned. But it was, it was interesting. I was actually watching it all night while I was doing other things. And I tried to get on and I tried to work on some more designs because I was trying to fix the cows and make it gals because I don't want anybody to be accused of wearing cows on their chest. Everything leads to Mr. Wonderful, yes. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny, Sandy. I wonder what that meant. Oh, to ward off evil spirits. Yeah, that's funny. All the things. Yeah. Oh, David sent me a little, happy Valentine this morning. That was really nice. And I know there's some some kind of emoji or some kind of an app or something. Um, and he sent me, let's see where it is. And I know that there's a way that they do it because look at this. They made it look just like him. That's funny. Isn't that amazing? It's got to be some kind of an app that makes an emoji out of your face. But again, I thought that was really sweet. Some community. Actually, I did ask about it, and she did send me some paperwork to fill out that I might qualify to get somebody to help me out occasionally. And they do have developmentally disabled people who help out with shopping if you need them to go to the store. Now, I really need to go to the store because there are some things I have to pick up, some things I don't get. Oh, isn't that nice? That's so nice when you get that. Yeah, I was really happy about it. Yeah, I hope David and Rachel got to spend a nice day today, doing something pleasant. So that would be nice. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this is because I slept so crazy last night. I cannot get up in the morning like an ice pack to keep in the fridge, right? Poop. That's hilarious. That really is. That is so funny. Oh my God. Um, so I think I actually she actually is a very beautiful woman. I thought she looked terrible on the screen. She's much more beautiful than that. Oh, that's nice, Donna. Oh, yeah, thanks. Rita, I agree. I think he is, but I thought he looked awful on the show. I really did. Yeah, and that's just it, Kathy. Me too. I can't. I wake up very early in the morning. I wake up very early in the morning because I need to let the dogs out. I give them their breakfast. I come back to bed. What happened with the cows? I have not been able to fix it yet. So I tried a different font and I didn't love the different font. Oh, her mother broke my heart. Watching her mother, right, watching her mother stand there looking like her heart was broken I wanted to hug her. I just wanted to hug her. What a terrible thing to have to stand there and watch. I mean, I just cannot believe. But you could see how proud she is of her daughter. Look what she's accomplished. Yeah, he was on the show. He was, yeah. Just, uh-huh. I don't know. I know, isn't that great, Kathy? It really is true. It's like we have this little party every night. She is extremely smart. She is very, very smart. Yeah. I mean, she went to school to be a pharmacist, and this is what she's doing because her passion was in this area. So I'm really anxious to see what happens for them. I'm prayerful that it's going to be good, and they'll move on from what this will turn out to be. I hope. Yes, I think what this will turn out to be will be a blip on the radar screen, And, I know. Now that's really bad if you thought that it said cows. David had said the same thing to me. He said when he first looked at it, it looked like it said cows. And I said, that's all I have to do is to put that on a shirt and have some lady, especially with somebody who was generously endowed, to be wearing a sign that said cows. Not a good thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is on demand. Exactly. Yeah, well, no, I mean, clearly it is reality TV and it is not reality. Oh, yeah, that kind of reminds me of what they said to me when they decided to do a hysterectomy. Yes, um, a 40H. Oh, good Lord, you are definitely more endowed than I. Before I lost the weight, I was up to like a 40E, double D E. What is it about TV, David? Oh, it was on The Prophet. It was on The Prophet, and he sort of decimated them. So it's nothing you should be so anxious to watch. I think he made them look really stupid. I think one of the things 40H, yeah. Um, I think one of the things that I found the most offensive was when he said about Rachel that she thought she was Betty Crocker. I mean, that was insulting. Put a dust rag in. That is hilarious. That really is hilarious. You know what that reminds me of? When I was a young married woman, we lived in an apartment building and we faced the back. It was a 12 building complex. So there were three buildings on my side of the street. Yes. And three buildings facing us on the other street. But because we faced the backyard and there were trees and bushes and everything in between, people felt more comfortable, I guess, being themselves. Well, at the time, we were on the seventh floor, and there was this woman opposite us on the eighth floor who used to clean at night naked. And she was well endowed. And when she was doing her windowsills, it was like you were mesmerized. You just stood there. And I was astounded that anybody would. It was like, what? Yeah, with I don't want to kill the design because I happen to love that design. I really love that design. Oh, thanks, PJ. The food, good, 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 good. Yeah, tonight I really loved it. She was probably a hooker. She would, if she was, she'd been out of business for a long time. But it was really funny. And I remember my husband lying in bed, sort of on his side, looking out the window. It was really, really funny. That's a great line. That really is a great line. I love it. Uh-huh. That is funny. Yeah, it is funny. I had a picture at one point. I loved her too. I had a picture of David. It was like, I think it was for Father's Day. I know. I know. um, I had a picture of David and his son, and I had a picture of my husband, Hank, and David when they were about the same age, and I had the pictures side to side. Yeah, yeah, thank God. And They looked so much alike. I'm gonna have to find that the next time and show it to you because they really did. They looked a lot alike. Yeah. So I think it's good though. It was so funny. I have to tell you, after thinking about my foot is still hurting a lot, but it's my foot and it's actually my whole leg is hurting now. And I suspect that is more because I'm walking really stilted. So I think that's making it. Where was that I lived? That was going on? Is that what you're asking? Um, yeah, there was. I am going to be going back to physical therapy, but not until my leg is better. I'd be afraid to go back now. I know what you meant, Renee. Um, did I get Andre? I don't know what that means. Did I have a good day today? I was in a lot of pain today. I did tell my new female doctor, the one I'm going back to in two. Oh, that's right. I have to start tracing the letters with my foot. Exactly. I had the x-ray of my foot. I did, you don't bend, what? They're going by too fast now, you see. I don't bend the leg, and that was right, exactly. I mean, I bend it to a degree. Also, the top of my leg, the swelling was down a lot, so it's more swollen again now. Not as swollen as it was before, but it's more swollen than it was when it was coming down. But it definitely aches. I made the decision at the last minute. I was not sure that I was going to go, but I did make the decision to go to lunch with my friends today, and I um I was glad that I went, and I was fine for much of it. I just wasn't fine for all of it. Yeah, back to food. It's always back to food. You know how that works. Let me see. This was lunch today. Isn't this pretty? Whoops. It won't it won't let me. I can't get it sideways. It was chicken parmesan and a linguine with meat sauce. So it was good. I have a good huge portion of it actually. I don't eat that much. I really don't. I eat very small portions. So I'm gonna have to um that'll make two more meals for me for sure. I'm glad that I went. I was in a lot of pain by the time I got home, but I was really glad that I went and I just needed to get up and out. Um a big diner on Merrick Road. There used to be a diner on Merrick Road, but it has since closed. Is it the 10-year reunion? Oh, I don't know. I mean, they've been running different shows on CNBC all evening, and I have been watching it all evening. I cannot get enough of that show. I could watch it if they had it on 7 days a week. I would watch it 7 days a week. I really would. I like it that much. Exactly. I know they're repeats, but I don't care. I mean, I've seen many, many, many of the shows, but there are some that I did miss apparently. And even sometimes I'll watch it a second time if it was a show that I enjoyed. I'd rather watch a rerun of that than some of the other stuff that's on TV. So I definitely enjoy it. Chocolate? What about chocolate? Oh, my leg is starting again. Uh, the splinter came out on its own. Yeah, it came out all on its own. So you met Damon John? He seems like a really nice guy, is he? You like House Hunters International? I used to enjoy it, not so much anymore. And I used to watch House Hunters. I was actually supposed to be on House Hunters, and um, I was supposed to be on it a number of years ago when I sold a house to these people who became my friends. He's funny. Yeah. Um, if you, I don't know, Renee, I'm not sure what you were looking for. If you're looking for the show that David was on, it's about Jackie's cookie connection. Poo poo is right. I think I came on too soon after eating my dinner, so it was sort of, it is what it is. I vote for that, Carol. I think it's a great idea. I have to tell you right now, I am very satisfied, ouch, with my Atkins bars, and I could have that and be perfectly happy, so I'm fine. Yeah, you can find it under the Prophet, and it's Jackie's Cookie Connection, and it's the line where he says, the clever line, where he says, this lady just wanted to make cookies, and her lenders just wanted their dough. Ha ha ha. So, 'tis what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't eat that much, but I really like to have leftovers. So that works out well for me. I really do enjoy it the next day. I may enjoy it more the second or third time around. So it's, oh God, trying to lift that knee up is not so easy. It gets worse at night. It definitely gets worse at night. I carried my Advil with me today. Oh, by the way, this thing, look, isn't that nice? This is that square headband. Hi, Kay. Yeah, I have to. It's nice. It holds the hair in place and it doesn't give me a headache. Wow. Um, yeah, it's really nice. It was a gift, so I'm really happy with it. I must have done, I think you have a dozen of them. Yeah, I only have the one. So you met Barbara Corcoran? I know Tom Hopkins. What? Get out of town. I know Tom Hopkins well. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Hey, Renee, look at you. Son of a sea cook. Yeah, I like it. It feels a little bit big, actually. It'll be really great to wear over the wigs. So, yeah, I think Barbara she is to a degree. Um, oh, you know him better. Gotcha. Say no more. Say no more. Aw. Take care and have a good night, Ange. There's always tomorrow. Love you for joining us. And he's taking care of you. That's a good thing. It is really a small world. There are indeed 6 degrees of separation between us, are there not? There really are. Good night. Have sweet dreams. You're off too. Okay, you have a good night also, Sandy. I actually had not met Barbara, although I could have because this company that I was working with, one could actually have an interview where Barbara would be talking you up, and saying what a great agent you were, but you paid for it. So it was, what can I tell you? So I did not, I was not part of that. That was a few years ago. But yeah, I mean, she's funny. I really like her. I like watching her. I like watching them all. I really like watching them all. The one that I mean, I like him a lot. I like Robert Herjavec, but there is like a little barrier that I can't explain with him. I don't know. I really, really like him. I think he's a very sensitive man. I think he's a caring man. But I feel as if there's some degree of separation that I can't fathom quite. Do I like Bethany Frankel? I think Bethany Frankel has a razor sharp wit. I think, did I get lucky? Um, Not quite sure what to make of that. Um, and I think she's enormously bright, and I think she's batshit crazy. I really do. Um, I think she's, I think she's a very bright businesswoman. I think since she made a lot of money, she's got a different edge to her that I don't like. But I think why? How do you feel about her? Yeah, there's some listen, when she was married to what was that guy's name? That I thought he was a nice guy. And they were traveling by bus and she wouldn't let anybody have a bowel movement in the bathroom on the bus. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Stop in the woods? Have everybody. I remember when I was a little girl, my mother folding her arms for me to sit over if I had to go to the bathroom when we were out. What are we supposed to do? Do that now because she didn't want anybody pooping in her bus? She's a strange lady. She really is a strange lady. Yeah, I agree. I agree. She is wired very tight. She really is. And she even now, speaking of the Shark Tank, ta-da, even when she was on the Shark Tank, the several times that I watched her on it, she's obnoxious to the other sharks. And she talks, she's like motor mouth. Hi, Carla. She talks so fast. I don't get it. But yet, I think she's very funny. I thought she was really, I liked him a lot. He went nuts and stalked her. I heard that, but God knows. Yeah, God knows what she did that might have precipitated that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now she'll walk around telling people how successful she is. She had nothing in the beginning. And yeah, it is what it is. Who are you asking, Carol? Are you asking Carla? I don't know who you're asking. Yeah, Money always can. I always think how I wish I had money, not for the sake of the money, because my mother always used to say, money is not our God, and it's not. Oh, good. Yes, absolutely. The funny thing is, my father had some very, very wealthy relatives. They owned a lot of real estate, blocks of it in the city, and they were so low key and so unassuming. You would never have known they had money at all. They didn't flaunt it. It was just not like that at all. So, but I would only like to have it now because I would love to not worry. That would be a gift. The tension and the worry all the time is debilitating. Yeah. A lot of people are when they have money because they use it as a weapon. Yeah. I mean, these people were just lovely, very down to earth people. They really, really were. It is what it is. Ouch. I guess I opted for a different journey. I'm sorry for all the jiggling, but my hand was going numb. So I had to move this a little bit. I'm going to have carpal tunnel by the time I'm finished with this. I think I'm going to have to go back to filming in the other room. I hope so, Gina, but it's got to be soon because I literally am running out of money. And it is, if you want to know stark terror, it's stark terror. I don't. I have none right at the moment. I have one storefront, but he's not motivated to sell it. So there's absolutely nothing. There is nothing coming in, and there is only bills to be paid, and nobody cares. And it's frightening. It's really frightening. So again, just yeah, yeah. I never was interested. Exactly. I mean, money never really meant anything to me in that way. It really didn't. Um, but when you don't have it, yeah, I wish I were too. I, when you don't, it's like anything else. I remember having conversations with friends when we were in our 30s talking about things that you can live without. And I said to them, the problem is you're coming at it from a point of view of having it. So when you have something, it's not important. I said, tell the man who doesn't have any water to drink, who has nothing to drink, that water is not important. Old money, exactly. Um, Tell the person who has no food that food is not important. It is important. Did they marry for money? Exactly. Exactly. I did the same thing, Renee. I worked for it myself, and that was it. It depends on who it is, Gina. Some people, yes, and some people, no. Some people are very careful with their money. I think, yeah, I know. I really love doing that stuff. I have to tell you, though, when I was doing it, um, I know because they have it. Yeah, it really is true. And it's very hard. Reality is like the elephant in the room. It's there, and you have to deal with it no matter what. I know I need the tripod. The problem is, if I had the tripod, I'd have the same problem here. I'd have to have it off to an angle, and then my neck would hurt. So I have to figure something else out. I can do it in the other room on the chair again, or I can also do it if I start a little bit earlier in the evening, and I may try to do that. Maybe I'll start at 9 instead of 10. I love that. I really love that, Kathy. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest with you, at this moment in time, that's the kind of bulge that I prefer myself. I know. Oh, yeah, me too. I just want to never have to worry about money again. That's what I want. It's the worry about it. It's not having a lot to do a lot with. I don't need fancy vacations and fancy cars and huge fancy house. It's not that. I just need to have peace of mind. Everything is good, thank you and welcome. So, yeah, you just want peace of mind. That's what it's about. Money affords you the luxury of not worrying. The constant tension that I have, it's a visceral reaction that I get to it. It really is. I know I have to go write my book. I really do. But it's like everything else. It's very hard to focus on something like that when your focus every day is how do I make $1 to survive till tomorrow? Scary stuff. There's a lot at risk. There's an awful lot at risk. And it's really, uh, you know, I don't like greedy people either. Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I know. People have, look at that poor guy. I think it was in Florida. I mean, they killed him over his money that he won with the lottery. So, he not only lost the money, he lost his life. And a lot of people have not done well after winning the lottery. I think it's a fantasy that we probably, many of us, have indulged in at one time or another. What would I do if? And I really feel as if I wouldn't change much. Excuse me, I would move, to be sure. I would want to be in a new place, and I'd want to be in a new place only so I wouldn't have to worry about things breaking down. I would want to be closer to David. I would want to give them whatever they needed to be able to pick up the pieces and move on. But, aside from that, I really don't see that I would make any huge changes in my world because I don't think it's who I am. I say that because the truth is none of us really knows until we get there how we would be. There was one, I used to watch this show with a first floor laundry. Yeah. And for me, my laundry is upstairs on the second floor. And that was wonderful when I was living upstairs, but I'm living downstairs now. So, yeah, it's, there was one guy, they had this, oh, yeah, I bet they are. There was this one couple from the Midwest, as I recall, who won the lottery. They won a lot of money, and they have repeatedly spent large sums of money to help their town. You would, a wild horse rescue. And for me, I would definitely help animals. I would spend a considerable amount of money to help animals. I love what Lisa Vanderpump is doing with her rescue. I think it's wonderful, that kind of thing. Obviously, I could never do it, but I would love to. No, no. Yeah, that kind of thing. You just want to help out. And of course, then I get people saying to me, why would you do that? You should help people first. You'd be naked in Fiji. That sounds pretty good too. It really does. I would like to be someplace where it was warm and sunny. I really would like that. Today was a sunny day here and it was such a shock. Oh, that's a good thing. Mm, That could be fun. Yeah, I would definitely indulge the things that I love to do. Really? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's awful. That's awful. They say that people come out of the woodwork whenever you get any money. Yeah, that is a horrible thing. People, but people don't feel the need to not only pay back, they don't feel the need to give back. I used to loan books that I loved to people. They'd never give them back. I recently loaned a necklace to a friend of mine who needed to wear it. She never gave it back. It's just people don't feel like they have the need to do that. Aw, go sweet talk your pillow. Have a good night. I know. I know. Oh, that's, yeah. Oh, that's horrible. That's the problem. That is the problem. Yeah, they do. They do. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a terrible thing. And when you have somebody who's kind like that, well, well, if I ever came into money, I would make sure that I had enough money for myself that I wouldn't have to worry about paying bills for what would be the rest of my life. Aside from that, I'd really want to help. So it is what it is. But yeah, people have definitely taken advantage. I often wonder what happened. I had a friend for years who won a lottery many years ago. The stories pillows could tell. This is true. Um, oh, I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it. Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, it's bad enough what you go through when you lose somebody, but to then have to deal with the crazy family members in addition to that, not good. It's really not good. I've known people who, when the spouse died, the children made the living spouse move out because they owned. I guess they got the father's part of the. I guess it was maybe it was not a spouse, maybe it was a live-in. Yeah, but where they were forced out of the house and they had no place to live all of a sudden. So and yeah, it's money is the root of all evil, as they say. So, I hate to say this, folks, but I think I'm going to have to end a little early tonight. I'm really tired. I shouldn't be because I was up and down and up and down and up and down. Yeah, really, Christina. It is sad because it could be such a help. Yes, yeah. All right, so I'm not going to go to sleep yet. I'll try to fix the cows into gals, and I'm going to try to go to sleep. The love of money. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah, I'm going to try to get a decent night's sleep. So we shall see. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. I will have the other video up probably in the morning, the one that I made earlier today. And I do have a few others that are already in the pipeline. So goodbye, everybody. Good night. And thank you so much. Thanks, Christina. And I will see you. Yeah, thanks a lot. Just if you could say a little prayer for my leg that it starts to feel better. Thanks a lot.